Welcome, this is Otyrar News and I'm Saltanat Isayeva. The accident occurred at a nuclear facility in Iran. Behrouz Kamalvandi, the official representative of the Atomic Energy Organization of Iran, said that an accident in the distribution network was recorded at the Natanz facility. According to him, there are no victims and no environmental pollution. The vice president of Iran, the head of the EOI, Ali Akbar Salehi, said that the accident occurred as a result of a terrorist act. He noted that Iran reserves the right to retaliate against those who are responsible for the incident. 255 signals of violations were recorded in the elections in Kyrgyzstan. Violations were committed both during the electoral campaign before the local elections and the referendum, and directly on the day of voting. The head of the investigation department of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, Sultan Makilov, said that there were messages in social networks, appeals of parties. Of these crimes, 41, the main ones are bribery. On 10th of April, a joint press conference was held in Istanbul as part of a meeting between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The official website of the President of Ukraine reports that during the meeting, the Turkish leader commented on Turkey's position on the issues of the Crimea and Donbas occupied by Russia. Turkey strongly defends the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine. We have confirmed our non-recognition of the illegal annexation of Crimea once again, President Turkey said at a press conference after the meeting. He stated the need to stop the escalation in the east of Ukraine as soon as possible. The Prince of Wales paid tribute to his dear Papa. The Duke of Edinburgh said that the entire royal family is immensely grieving for him. He said the Duke of Edinburgh, who died on Friday in Windsor at the age of 99, had served the Queen, family, country and Commonwealth faithfully. Corona statistics globally: 134,950,021 confirmed cases of COVID-19, including 2,918,752 deaths received by WHO from national authorities. We will continue with Kazakhstani news. Stay with us. Prime Minister of Kazakhstan Askar Mamin and Prime Minister of Uzbekistan Abdulla Aripov held talks and took part in the ceremony of laying a capsule at the construction site of the International Center for Trade and Economic Cooperation Central Asia. Following the talks, Mamin and Zaripov signed an action plan for organizing the activities of the MTEC Central Asia, as well as protocol on joint actions for the development of railway transport. Special attention was paid to the implementation of joint projects in the automotive industry, processing of agricultural products, as well as the construction of the high-speed railway Turkestan-Shymkent-Tashkent. The head of the cabinet of ministers of the country visited Turkestan. Prime Minister Askar Mamin visited a new library, a musical theater, and the Kervansaray complex. Turkestan will become a center of attraction for tourists from all over the world. I congratulate everyone on this holiday. I wish you all the best, Askar Mamin said. In the central part of the complex, a water show with musical fountains and the production of the musical Bayan Sulu was presented for the first time. We have our own Turkestan, we don't need to go to Dubai, Rashid Ayupov said. Ex-chief of Criminal Police Department of Almaty, who was dismissed with a scandal, Janbolat Ziyadin headed the Talgar District Department of Internal Affairs. Janbolat Ziyadin became widely known in April 2020 after a video appeared on social networks showing a motorcade of elite cars driving around the city, violating traffic rules and crossing a checkpoint. Then the same video shows the thieves. After an official check, it turns out that the head of the Criminal Police Department, Ziyadin Janbolat, took part in the theft. As a result of the audit, he was removed from office. The Ministry of Healthcare of Kazakhstan reported on the progress of vaccination against COVID-19. As of April 11, 2021, more than 313,000 people in Kazakhstan received the first dose of the coronavirus vaccine. The second vaccination was made by about 105,000 Kazakhstanis. The largest number of vaccinated people is in Almaty, about 84,000. Also in the top three are the Turkestan region and Nur Sultan, the least vaccinated in the Mangistau region. Representatives of the clergy told how the holy months will be held in the context of pandemic. Sermons during Ramadan will continue to be held online. The Quran will also be read remotely. An online program of sermons, religious lectures, the night of predestination, and during the holiday of the end of fasting has been prepared. You can get an answer to a question via internet, listen to an online sermon, and do good deeds without leaving your home, said Norizboy Kajitaganula, chairman of the spiritual administration of Muslims of Kazakhstan. We continue with news of Shymkent. The legend of Shymkent, the famous architect Bakhchan Ashirbayev, has passed away. He was born in Shymkent, where after receiving a higher education in the specialty architect, he worked all his life in the field of architecture and construction. On behalf of the Otyrar TV company, we express our deep condolences to the family and friends.
Journalists of the Otyrar Media Holding were the first who vaccinated against coronavirus infection. Editor of the newspaper on Tustukrabat, Janibek Nurush, journalist and presenter Janirke Khumar took the opportunity to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Janibek and Janirke are not just colleagues, but also spouses, and therefore the decision was made together, carefully.
At first, I thought about whether the vaccine was effective. Then the authoritative medical journal Lancet published an article that the Russian vaccine was tested and showed its effectiveness in practice, and my wife and I began to wait for a mass vaccination. Recently, I called the call center 109, went to the clinic to which we are attached, and got vaccinated.
In one ampoule of the Sputnik V vaccine, there are 5 doses that should be used simultaneously. The drug is stored in the refrigerator before opening and it's not subject to refreezing. If the bottle was open, then it should be used once.
Сол күні температура берулеріңіз мүмкін деді.
On the day of vaccination, they said that the temperature may rise. We felt just fine. Before the vaccination, we were measured in temperature, blood pressure, and answered a number of questions. I believe that every citizen of the country who is not contraindicated in vaccination should be vaccinated against coronavirus. This is the only way to protect yourself and your loved ones.
From the all-seeing eye of the builders in the Shim city micro-region cannot hide. Video cameras will be equipped with all city construction sites for government money. The construction process will be monitored by the ministry, so the deputy chairman of the Committee for Construction and Housing and Communal Service Yerkebulan Daulbayev assures that the deadlines will not disrupt and the quality of construction will be improved. And this is the Turan micro-district. Dozens of high-rise buildings are ready to accept new settlers, housing credit, rental and apartment from the SEC. By the end of this year, about 4,000 apartments will be delivered on turnkey basis.
На сегодняшний день эта проблема, то есть
The responsibility is fully there. Now our Otyrar system is being implemented. We have already launched a pilot project. There will be video surveillance at each site. That is, all the volumes of work at the site will be controlled by our committee. That is, this system will monitor the work in real time respectively.
There are many cases in Shymkent when facades collapse relatively, new houses and cracks grow on the walls. Daulbayev assures that online surveillance will give its results.
Exactly 60 years ago, the Vostok 4 spacecraft with Yuri Gagarin on board launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome. For the first time, man made an orbital flyby of the planet Earth. April 12 is a special and perhaps the most important date in life for every cosmonaut. Congratulations to the whole world on this remarkable day. To sum up, we want to remind you that you can watch our news every Tuesday and Friday on the Otyrar TV channel. Thank you for attention. See you on next news release.